still with the shirt on, proclaiming something that's not only for Cameron, but also would be for Brian Stokes, who was also killed, not because he was the person that you thought it was. Some of you might think I have on the same shirt I had on last month. Same message. But as you can tell, they're different. We do not all look the same. We do not all look the same. And I just want to keep pushing that message until at some point in time it's heard. I think it's very important to note that when you're looking at the fact that you guys are putting yourselves on the line when you go out and do your job, that's not dismissed on us. However, when I actually tried to research yesterday of how many times black people have killed a police officer, I could only find one incident. Ironically enough, that one incident was in 2016 when a man that may have been suffering from PTSD, but this was down in Dallas, Texas, and he was doing it as retaliation for all of the black men that have been killed by the police. I really want to have I have a lot of different thoughts, but the main one that I want to focus on right now today is that there is diversity somewhat in this audience. I'd like to ask those of you that are not black, do you realize that black mothers actually have conversations with their sons about how to de-escalate situations where they encounter you? Is that something you're aware of? Is that something that's normal? Is that something that you do with your children? Do you have a conversation with, if the police pull you over, have your hands already out, make sure you have easy access to your identification, to your license, to your registration. And the thing that dumbfounds me is that you're the professionals. We should not have to overly train our kids to avoid being killed at the gun in your hands. We should be able to rely on you as being the professionals to de-escalate the situation. In my job, that's what I'm required to do. I have people that call me and yelling and screaming. I can't match that energy. I have to de-escalate. So at some point in time, I appreciate Heather's comments as far as what she's looking at with the budget and the things of that nature. The thing that dumbfounds me is that where she was asking for your help and your input, she's actually the exact same person that I addressed at the meeting that they had for local, the finance and budget committee meeting, forgive me for not calling it correctly, but for local control, she was the main one against it. But for her asking for input, I guess she doesn't understand, if we had local control, she'd have more of an open opportunity to have that input and have it make a difference. So I want to actually thank you, Mr. Garrett, for reaching out to me. I want to thank you, Ms. Dean, for reaching out to me. That actually means something. That means that we now have a board that cares. And I appreciate that. But at some point, we're going to have to make sure that in getting the 65 people that you're asking for, which the reason why I applaud that, I don't doubt that we need more police officers. That's very adamant that we do. But they have to be trained. They have to be trained to know how to react. They have to understand that we as black people are known to be loud, but that doesn't mean that we're violent. So please, find another way to encounter us and put down your guns, because as we're celebrating the Chiefs, as the family is here holding up the picture of Cameron and celebrating the Chiefs in their victory, one that he predicted, he shouldn't have to be here as a memory. His son should not have had to have his birthday party at school with only a picture of his dad on his t-shirt. We've got to learn how to do better, and we have to learn how to interact with each other. And it's important that it happens now. We can't wait anymore, because I can't face the future of the thought that my grandchildren have to worry about, am I too dark today?
Thank you, Ms. Ferguson. Ms. Ferguson, you are an effective and articulate advocate